Hi, family. How you guys doing? Welcome back. Thank you so much to pressing play. This is Just Us People. This platform is called Just Us People. Thank you so much today for being with us, being part of us. We are always excited to see you guys. We have an incredible subject today that should be a lot of fun, a lot of craziness, a lot of just also wisdom, hopefully, So bear with us. But before I continue with all of this, I just want to introduce myself, your host, Mokonzi, and also my co-host, the beautiful, the wonderful Shadia. Shadia, please say hello real fast.
Hi, hello, welcome.
All right, guys. So as you guys know, and if you don't know, now you so
Okay.
So if you don't know about this platform, what we're gonna do now is just basically introduce the platform to you guys, right? So this place right here is for people like yourself. You are a human being, then you are welcome here. And you are welcome here now, okay? Therefore, this platform is for us to share ideas, share our thoughts, share our expertise, share our opinions on different things, on how we think, how we feel, what we believe in. This platform is not for haters. That's what it's not for. This platform right here is not for discrimination, segregation, or trying to use anything that we say or our guests say to come at them, at us, or at anybody else out there. No, it's a no on this platform. This platform is out of love. We share expertise whenever we have it, out of love. We are all in process, like one of my mentors always says, we are all in process. We are here to grow, and we're gonna grow together. What we try to do on this platform is to show differences, right? So what we do is being able to show different angles, but the differences that we're showing is to allow us to unite. Instead of having differences divide us, our differences unite us as one people, okay? I'm gonna now give the floor to my wonderful and beautiful co-host Shadia to come in and tell us a little bit about that. And then we're gonna introduce this juicy, I'm talking about juicy. I don't even know how, I'm gonna react to this subject, but it's a juicy subject. So please don't touch that dial. Don't touch that mouse.
Welcome, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Just Us People. I'm Shadia, and my co-host already introduced you guys to our platform, what we're here, what we're about. We are here for love, no discrimination, no hatred. So as he was saying, another way to spread the word, another way to get our message out and get people watching and enjoying and engaging is to share. Click the share button. It takes less than 5 seconds, less than 2 seconds, really. You can share it on your email, text message, Facebook, Instagram. You can share it wherever you want. And that way you'll get more people kind of involved with our platform. That is a free ability that everyone has to do. We appreciate that support. We appreciate spreading that. And we will be so grateful for that kind of assistance in getting our platform a little bit more exposure. So thanks again for tuning in. I am so excited about today's topic. It's a juicy one, like Mokonzi said. So I'm ready. Let's get into it.
All right, guys. So our topic, drum roll. You slapped Your in-laws. Let's go in. Let's dig in.
All right, you
Please,
want me to
Shadi.
go first?
Yes.
Okay.
So, so let me give you
Okay,
a little
yeah.
bit of something.
Give me a
So
little something, something.
let's say, you know how they say in a lot of places, they say when you know, marry someone, or when you are in a relationship, it doesn't have to be necessarily the in-laws, but when you're in a relationship with someone, you are basically also dating, you
Their
could
family.
be
Mm-hmm.
dating their
Mm-hmm.
family. Now, the scenario that can, you know, one of the scenarios that you can use, you feel free to, you know, just expand from this. One of the scenarios is this in-law person, right, or this, you know, sibling of your mate ends up doing something to you, something that you are not happy about, something that just like, wow, really, you're gonna do that? Okay, let's go. So how do you react to it, knowing that this is an in-law, knowing that this is also family, but they're missing, they're not respecting you, they're disrespecting you, as you feel, emotionally touching you, and you know, kind of challenging you, challenging the love that you have? How do you react? Do you slap them in the mouth, like maybe I will do now? Just kidding. Or
Oh my
what do
God.
you do?
All right, so let's be very clear. This is strictly hypothetical for me because I follow a more nonviolent lifestyle than Macombia seems. But yeah, this is strictly hypothetical. I cannot imagine a circumstance aside from extreme circumstances where I would lay hands on someone. So if someone on my mate's side of the family put me in a position that I felt the need to hit them, right? First of all, I can't, it's hard for me to imagine. I'm really nonviolent. But if I were to do that, I have to think like, you know how to say, like, think like a criminal to catch a criminal. So I had to think like a person who would slap somebody to think what I would do if I slapped them. So firstly, I'd probably be the one to slap them. And then, you know, if anyone saw it or confronted the situation, I'd explain to them like, yo, they did this and this and this, and that's why I slapped them. And I don't feel bad about it, and I'm not sorry. If I got to that point, it's to a point of unapologeticness. I have nothing to say to you anymore. If I slap you, don't ever speak to me again. But yeah, I realized the depth of something like that, because if I'm in a relationship with you and I slap your sister, I realized that that puts me in a position to, so if I got to the point where I slapped my mate's, you know, sibling or family member or whatever, I realized the depth of something like that, right? So I realized that, first of all, my mate is not going to be happy with me. They're going to be like, what the hell? You just slapped my family. Like, what are you doing? I realized the rest of the family, most families are like this, where they all lean towards the side of their family member, right? So they're all going to be like, what's up? You just slapped our people. Like, they're going to be looking at me crazy. And then in turn, they're looking at me crazy. They're going to be looking at my mate crazy, because they're going to be like, yo, get your people. They just slapped so-and-so. So it's a domino effect. Once I do that, I'm setting off a whole entire domino effect of bad situations with my mate's family. Some families, depending on who you talk to, those are the kinds that's like everybody waiting outside for you because they heard you slap so-and-so. Or, you know, there's the one where everybody's standing there waiting for your explanation. Or the ones that are like, get out and don't ever come back, you know? So it just depends also on what kind of family you're dealing with. But I'm gonna be very clear. Once again, if I get to the point that I'm slapping somebody, I'm going to slap you hard, and I'm going to slap you with all the strength that my right hand possesses. And I'm going to make sure that you know that whatever it is that you did to me, you may never ever do that thing again. And at that point, I think most of the time, if you get to the point where you're seeing red, You don't even care about the consequences. I don't care if Babe's mad at me. I don't care if the family's mad at me. I don't care if they don't want me around. Like, I'm pissed. I'm seeing red. And I slap them and I'll do it again. Like, once it gets to that point, I'm unapologetic. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. If I was hypothetically as violent as my co-host. Yeah.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Shadia. Yes, yes. I just want to let you guys know I'm not violent, but you know, sometimes, you know, some things may happen that, you know, hey, you never know. No, I'm a lover, not a fighter. But for me, I think that one of the things that I want to bring up is when a situation like that happens, right? I just thought of it right now as you were speaking. When a situation like that happens where your mate's family member, right, does something to you that is not appreciated, okay? There are two ways to look at it. You can let it go or you can react. And when you react also, there are two ways into it. How do you react? With love and affection to correct them? Like, hey, listen, you know, just have a conversation with them, like, oh, just cool, calm. Or do you react and you know, in a way where you flip out, right? Like, hey, so that you can impact them in a way where they know never to do that again, right? So a flipping out situation can be slapping them, right? It can be pushing them, or can be, you know, yelling at them, or just doing whatever, throwing a battle, breaking a battle on the table. I promise, I'm not. Don't give me that look.
These sound like personal experiences, sir.
I am not. You know, violent. Okay, I'm just saying these are things that do happen in this world. Okay,
For real, yeah.
multiple, so many different choices and things that can happen. Now, for me, it's like, okay, when this happens and you choose not to react, the things that happen after you don't react is that someone may think that you are a pushover, right? They may be like, yeah, that person won't say nothing. Or they may think that you are afraid of them, you are a pushover, or that you are whipped by, you know, their sibling, right?
That's true too.
And you know, you are fearing what, you know, their mate will do to them, right? So it's like, you know, my brother got her on lockdown, or you know, my sister got her on lockdown, or what, got him on lockdown or whatever, and then that just escalates. So now, when a situation like that, I'm gonna give you guys an example of a situation, okay, and what ended up happening, okay, in my own life. Actually, I'm just gonna say it's in Mr. X's life, okay. So disclaimer here, disclaimer. So so the sibling, right, was narcissistic sibling, you know, from a incredibly super rich family. And so, you know, thinking that we own the world, right? We're a family of millionaires and we just can act however and whatever. So this person started acting like that, right? And started underestimating a little bit when it comes to like racial things too, right? Racial things were kind of put in and talking as if they were above, or they were like a parent or something. So then it's like, okay, I let that go. right? And another way you can react is you let it go and you talk to your mate. And that's what I did. I didn't talk about this choice, this option two. You talk to your mate and you say, hey, I wasn't happy with this situation. Maybe that person, maybe your brother, maybe your sister didn't realize what they were doing when they were doing it, but that hurt me. Can you please go and handle this for me? Make sure everything is all right and that they can come back and apologize to me, because sometimes it's like, okay, uh, the person says, I'm gonna handle it, and they may not go and handle it, right? So that's why it's good to say, hey, I want the receipts. I want to see the receipts. I
Tell them
want
to
them
come
to
in.
and apologize. So I didn't think of that at that time. At that time, I just said, hey, you handle this and we're gonna move forward. And it kept on eating me. Kept on eating me inside. Or, the person said, no, I already told them that what they said was not proper, and, not to say that again. And then another incident happens, and not me, Mr. X, I'm just looking at it from the outside. Another incident happens. Wink, wink, that's right. Another incident happens, and Mr. X gets into another situation, but the mate, corrects their sibling right there. And that could be a mom too, right? It could be a dad, you know what I mean? Like, it could be a parent. And a parent, it's a little bit different too, because this is a parent, this is a elder, right? So you got to have a little bit of a soft spot and an understanding that, okay, maybe they can be way older, where it's like they're already set in their ways. And then you got to kind of say, okay, I understand this person may not understand that things have changed, or, ways to react and act aren't that way, right? But so they handled it in front of me, but this person hadn't come to me. So anyways, this just kept on eating me up to the point where it spilled. It kept on eating Mr. X up. Excuse me, I'm trying to put myself in the first person here. I apologize, guys. Mr. X, because it's easier to talk about it when you put yourself in the process here. But it was eating up Mr. X, and then it spilled into the relationship, right? Because also the whole family had that type of mentality, of like, okay, we are worth, up to $100 million. I'm just going to throw a number out there. So because of it, we don't care. We say whatever we want to say, whenever we want to say it, however we want to say it. And we don't really, take into account how a person feels, right? And sometimes money does that to people, right? Money puts something on you, especially when you're born into money too. It's a different story. And, some people act like that, some people don't act like that, right? But it just depends on the type of person you are, the type of spirit you have, the type of thought process you have in your head, and the people that surround you, but your environment. But that spilled into things, and then it bubbled up to being a reason of people going different ways, right? So for me, I think that it has to be addressed. When a problem like that arises, things have to be addressed. The sibling, the mate, your mate needs to handle it and get that other person to come and speak to you. Or if they don't get the other person to come speak to you, they make it to where you go to them together and speak to them. But there has to be a sit down and an understanding of respect, so
Mhm.
that it's not necessarily that, okay, for the respect of the future, but it's also like they will know how you feel,
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
will know that, okay, hey, you know what, those kinds of things that I cannot allow myself to go there with them, out of love and out of just consideration of another person, and putting themselves in your shoes. But also, what can happen, what happens too, is if that person is not willing to come to terms, right, that makes it clear that, okay, we are gonna keep our separate, spaces. We're not gonna
Mhm.
be, in the same space, and we don't necessarily have to be cordial with each other, on a
Mhm.
level where we're talking, right? We might just say hello to one another because of respect. That's how I was raised, right? You go
Mhm.
in and you respect the other people's family, the parents, even if the parents did something to you as well, and the siblings and whoever, the uncles, whatever, right? You still give them the respect of when you meet them, hey, hi, hope all is well, and that's it. Boom, boom. You do you, I do me, because that you done something that I wasn't what I mean, I wasn't okay with, but we are done. So, anyways, I've said a lot, you know. Uh Not sure if my co-host wants to come back. I'm sure we have time at this point. If you would like to go in, please go in. Let us know. Tell us the truth. Stop hiding behind the non-violence. Tell us how
No,
no, just kidding.
no, I did not hide behind that ground violence. Actually, I had to place myself in a position as if I were a violent person. Now, so I guess I interpret it as what do I do, if I'm in a position where I have done this already. Now, if I'm in a position where someone is just pushing me to the edge, it's never going to happen that I'm going to lay hands on them. In real life, like this is never going to happen. In situations like that, it's much like what you said. A mediation is necessary, and or complete separation. And the one thing that you said that was very important and very major was that it has to be talked about, because when you're harboring that resentment and they're feeling that tornness because one side of them is this way and the other side is that way, it puts a strain on the relationship, right? So now you got this person feeling conflicted, like they don't rock with each other, and I love both of them. So then it comes to, how do we figure this out? How do we fix this problem? The only
Yes.
instance where I can see myself completely like never ever talking to someone again is an instance in which they either committed abuse against me or abuse against a loved one of mine. So in which case it could be any kind of abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, any of that. If you harm someone that I love and care for, in a way that is detrimental to them, I can no longer deal with you, right? So that means I'm not going to put a strain on the relationship. I'm not going to put my mate in a tough position. It will be very clear that wherever this person is, I will not be there. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me would be the way to make it so that there's no stress. And I realize sometimes it'll be like, hey, I really want you to be here. I understand if so-and-so's gonna be there, I can't be there. I cannot comfortably be around this person after what they've done. Now,
Yes.
for me, I prefer to handle things directly myself. So even if a mediation is necessary on the other person's part, if it's me, I'm gonna come to them and I'm gonna say, "Hey, I did not like what you did. I need that to never happen again." If somebody thinks that somebody's whipped and all that, I'm not worried about what other people think, because at the end of the day, when we leave this event, when we leave this place where everybody else is, it's just me and that person. And so we need to make sure that we are tight no matter what it is. If this is something that I want to preserve, I'm going to make sure we're tight. So even if, like, let's say it's mom's anniversary or something and we're all there and something pops off, I'm going to go to babe in whatever area they are at the party and I'm going to go, hey, Me and your sister just got into it. I want you to know, I'm not going to make a scene because it's mom's anniversary and so forth. But this is going to need to be discussed because the way she just came at me or the situation that just happened, it cannot happen again. And it's that simple. You know, I'm a person with words. And typically, I really kind of emanate and live according to this whole kill them with kindness thing. And it's not on purpose, it's just how I am. But I'm not gonna be angry and mean and belligerent with you. I'm gonna just come to you and talk to you and say, hey, that wasn't cool. And then I set boundaries. That wasn't cool and it cannot happen again. Don't ever do anything like that to me. Don't ever do anything like that around me. Don't ever say that to me. Whatever the case is that someone did, it needs to be corrected directly. In the case that my mate feels, you know, like how you said, where it was like they could feel that build up or whatever, and it causes you to kind of pull away from each other, then at that point, we need to have a talk about how they feel, because unfortunately, they do have to be involved now. Even if it's between you and sis or you and cuz or whoever it is, they're involved because they're the person that anchors you two. So the reason I know you is because of them. So now I need to talk to you and tell you, I'm here for you no matter what. I'm here for you however I can be. We'll always be tight, you know, but this person whom I know is special to you and important to you can no longer be around me. Now, if the mate can't respect that, I think that there's a whole deeper level of something going on there. Because if you see that someone wronged me and I've separated myself from them and you're still like, yo, but I still need you to go ahead and come on through. Like, what, you're gonna make me go around this person that completely disrespected me or whatever it was? Like, at that point, I think it's a level of inconsideration.
That's a good point you got. Keep going, sorry.
Yeah, no, that was it. Like, just please respect that this is important to me and understand it as inconveniencing as it may be for you, for us to have to be in separate places. I cannot personally be comfortable around this person any longer. Even sometimes it be the point, you know, be to the point where even if they apologize, like I can't rock with you no more, period. You can apologize all you want, but now I've seen that you'll do that and I won't even give you the opportunity to do it again. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the way I would normally handle it. If I got to the point of slapping them, it means that they probably hit either my mate or my kids or my mom or somebody. Like, then I'm throwing bows, okay? I'm throwing bows, I'm throwing chairs, DDT, all of it. We doing wrestling moves and everything. Yeah, just don't physically harm anybody on my end, and I won't have to do stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm the non-violent family member.
It came out though. It came out. No, just kidding.
I mean, I get passionate when I talk about my kids.
I've known you for a while now, and I know you got a good heart, a solid heart. So the one thing that I wanted to say is this: is that yeah, I want to agree with you. Is that just piggyback on it? Is that your mate has to also have an open mind, right? So if the communication, you know, if we cannot figure out a way to put the people together, right? Now the mate has to be in that position where they understand. You sit down with the mate, like you said, and you know, sit down with the mate and have that conversation. Like, hey, okay, they are now willing to come to the table for us to have a conversation. Now, since they're not willing to come here and we can mediate. That was a word I kept looking for. We can't have a mediation between the two of us. Or between the three of us. I want you to understand and, you know, be willing, be welcoming of the fact that, okay, this person won't come to the table. This person won't, you know, can't come to the table because they are the victim in this thing. So just keep them separate so that way they stay happy and there's no like, you know, you also as the mate, you don't have to be in the middle all the time trying to mediate, because things could escalate, right? Especially when that person came to you and actually opened up and said, that was not cool. Now you've just been put in notice, you know, on notice that, hey, you know, there has to be some type of a change. There has to be some type of like uh things that amelioration in these interactions that we're having. But thank you so much again for everything that you said, Shadia. Thank you guys for being here. You know, thank you for spending this time with us. I hope that everything that we said, you know, you guys got something out of it, something that you guys can use in your daily lives or as you move forward. And if that situation presents itself, maybe, you know, you guys will be girded better to kind of, you know, handle a situation like that. And hopefully nobody's throwing bows, nobody is beating nobody up, you know. Hopefully it's all about love, because you know this platform is about love, okay?
It is
So
about love,
you
yes.
know, okay. But we appreciate you guys for your time, for your love, your support as always. And before we go, I just want to say again and repeat, please do not forget to comment, and you know, to react to everything that we said, or to just educate us as well. Let the people know how you think, what are your thoughts, right? And also this allows you to have a chance to be on this platform, right? To be a guest here with us, and we can have you and talk to you, and have you give whatever wisdom that you may have to the people that are listening, to our listeners and to all of our followers. Also, don't forget, do not forget to like this video. That's the way it goes out into the world, the whole planet. Hopefully, you know, I wish it was going all the way into the whole universe. But for now, we're going to reach the planet one person at a time and change the world. But please like, that's the way you do that, and help us as well. And also don't forget to subscribe so that you are part of our crew, and that, you know, when we drop something, don't forget to turn on the notification. When we drop something, you can be the first to be on this and to get the latest news, the latest improvements, because we are here to continue improving and bringing you guys good and wonderful and awesome content that you guys can actually use in your daily lives, or enjoy just watching, right? Instead of watching whatever else, you're gonna go watch some of these channels that are just pumping fear. This is a channel of love. We're pumping love, and that's what we're about. But before I close us out, I would like for Shadia to talk about a little bit of the sharing and anything else she wants to kind of highlight, and then I will close us out.
Thank you. Okay. Just as a reminder, as always, when you like, when you comment, when you subscribe, those are ways to support us. And then when you share, that's the way to get that message out to other people, and also increase the amount of people that can support us, the amount of people that are able to be here for our conversations, the amount of people that may be wanting to join us in these conversations. So always just remember, sharing is caring, sharing is free, and sharing helps us out. So if you'd like to help us, and you don't have, you know, to spend a bunch of time, spend 4 to 5 seconds of your life doing it, share on whatever platforms that you're able to do so. We greatly appreciate that support. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We always appreciate it. We always love it. It really encourages and motivates us to keep going. So thank you so much. We appreciate you, and everybody be blessed.
Thank you, Shadia, again. Thank you so much, guys. And don't forget, we are right now on Facebook, and we are also on IG, and we're just gonna keep expanding We're going to try to get on Rumble as well. And we will try our best to also get on the other platforms, TikTok and so on and so forth, try to bring different content, because this is just us people. So any, place of life that we come from, and this is what it's about: unity. Our channel is uniting people through differences, loving one another. And as always, I want to say this: good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, guys, and everything in between. All right, guys, enjoy your night, enjoy your day, enjoy whatever time of day it is, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much, and blessings. Peace and love.